Hello, hello, and we are back. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and this is another episode of The Experience. I am Drew, and joining me here, as always,
Justin from Spine Tees and SpineButcherTees.com, and we are back with Mr.
Ruben Prime. How's it going, guys? Welcome.
What's
it's
up?
going.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't complain. Finally,
Daylight Savings Time is good for it to go dark late again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks losing an extra hour of sleep, but what can you do?
Hey, you get what you can take,
But
Nice
just like
trade-off.
just like Mick Jagger always said, you can't always get what you want.
you can't.
Very true.
But other than that, I can't complain. It's been pretty stellar. I figured it. I guess I found the solution to the credit cards problem. The only, I guess, lesser of two evils is I had to do a credit consolidation thing, or have to pay for that. But gets rid of my credit cards.
Yeah.
That's
Otherwise-
adulting right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, adulting's fun, people.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
when you owe thousands of dollars in credit card debt, it's
Yeah.
very fun.
If I had a time machine, I would just go back in time and just do a loan.
Right.
But whatever. But anyways, this is The Experience, people. If you guys are here last week, I know some of you were. We have been holding off on a certain topic for the past 2 weeks. I know Ruben's been dying to talk about it, just chomping at the bit. Even texting me, be like, Drew, you gotta let me talk about this, please, please. And I'm just like, okay, Ruben, chill, relax. I know he's been showing up at Spinebuster Tees at Wonderland Mall of Americas, just harassing Justin, like, Justin, you gotta tell Drew to let me talk about this.
Yeah, Drew, Ruben almost killed me.
He did.
Yeah, he almost threw me
did.
off the balcony. Yeah.
Guess it's my evil twin somewhere. I don't know. Gotta
Believe it or
be.
not to be off topic, but kind of on topic. There is someone that does come in my shop that does kind of look like you, Ruben, without the beard. Doesn't have the
Okay.
beard. Has a mustache, but
Okay.
without the beard. Yeah.
Okay.
How tall are you, Ruben?
6 feet.
Oh well, he's not that tall. He's more like he's like 5'8" or something like that. But yeah.
Okay.
Regardless.
His evil shorter twin, Lupin.
Mhm.
Hey, I mean that's a cool sounding name right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Definitely the evil twin.
Right,
He's the evil
right.
twin for sure.
Yeah, we got the good Ruben here tonight, or do we?
Who knows? Maybe, I mean, how crazy has world been? Who knows? Maybe, my doppelganger came over to my house and just knocked me out, and he's right now on this show. Who knows?
He
don't
took
know.
your beard and put it on his face.
Yeah, I mean, it's detachable. It comes off like it comes off.
I knew it. I had a hunch, but I knew it. But other than that, how y'all been? Anything new and exciting and pleasant going on in your lives?
Nothing for me. Nothing great. Obviously, the shop is doing very well, but outside of that, I mean, nothing too eventful. I will say, you know what I mean.
What about you, Ruben?
No, just busy working, trying to catch up on some stuff. Oh man, this month of March has been. We thought February was something. This month has been insane, but I'm just trying to stay focused, trying to not lose my head. It's attached. I think it's attached. Yep, it's attached. So these times we just got to stay focused, not get too crazy, because that's the last thing we want. Just make sure keep your head on your head.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that. But before we jump into the topic that we've been dying to talk about, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. So, Wrestler of the Week. Anyone that's new to the channel, we do a thing here called Wrestler of the Week. It could be someone from WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, someone related to wrestling, so to speak. It could be someone that did something that we think is cool, amazing. It could be someone that maybe did something that was pretty controversial. It's just our personal opinion. You guys feel free to put it in the chat room who you think your wrestler of the week is. But Justin, Ruben, whoever wants to start, who is your wrestler of the week?
I'll give you the honors, Ruben, first.
Oh, sure. Oh man, I'm turning a new leaf because his debut at the Chamber was not the best. I mean, right person, wrong time, but bro, like Danhausen, he's like the highlight of Raw and SmackDown, just cursing people. And to me, it's working. Like he's someone that knows his character and he hasn't wrestled. I don't think he needs to wrestle.
No.
He doesn't need to wrestle. I mean, if he wrestles, it'll be, we know what we're in store for when he wrestles, but definitely Danhausen, he cursed The Miz, he cursed Dominic Mysterio, he cursed the OG Grande Americano, Chad Gable. And yeah, his backstage segments are, pretty entertaining. I got to give it up to Danhausen, and I got to get one of his shirts. Like, I rarely buy wrestler merch, so I'm probably gonna, get, even though with WWE how they've been, just stay creative. I don't want to give them my money, but I'll bite the bullet. But yeah, Danhausen's my wrestler of the week.
Danhausen is a genius as far as his character and marketing. Again, I'm not a huge fan, but ever since 3-4 years ago, I even told Judas, I say I'm not a big Danhausen guy, but he has a character, and if he were to go to WWE, he would do fucking amazing. And as I said last week, give it by WrestleMania, he's gonna be the most over person in the company, and maybe even before that at this particular point. So try not now I will say this, do not overexpose him. First few weeks, fine, right? But then give him in a spot, give him in a place, and bring him out when it's necessary, right? But he could do whatever he wants at this point. So wait, hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta mute my Google here.
I guess I'll do my wrestler of the week.
Sorry about that. So going for my wrestler of the week, I'm cheating a little bit. Cheating a lot here, and I did not want to do this. I wanted to pick just one wrestler for wrestler of the week. But in this situation, I can't, and hopefully I don't have to do this again, or maybe not for a while at least. I am going to NXT. And I am going with the new faction Birthright. I like the makeup of the group. I like the makeup of, William Regal and Finley now for what seems like they're going to be weekly regulars on NXT TV. I think that this particular group of wrestlers is what they need. Stacks, right? Always had talent. But, never really show real upside as far as being a singles guy. Maybe him being a group will help him, right? Lexis King came in, done okay in NXT, but that's it. Okay, he's been in TNA, so has Stacks as well. But, pretty much he's just been okay. Hopefully this group will help him out. Ariana Grace. She's been the comedy character, right? She's not very great in ring, let's be honest, but she is the Knockouts champion right now, and we'll see where that goes from there. But she obviously has a lot of she's very good with facials and emoting and expressions and things of that nature. So she's good there. Charlie Dempsey, obviously William Regal's kid, can wrestle his ass off. Has no personality whatsoever, but he can wrestle his ass off. So, I really think that I really think Charlie Dempsey is the wild card in this, just because at the end of the day, he's William Regal's kid, and I really think that with Regal, I really think that could be something down the road to where that he could possibly be a breakout star. I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to be a full thing or not. And Yuri Connors, you got Finley's kid there. He's another wild card too, where I think he can be something in the future as well. He can wrestle. He just needs not necessarily a character, but like a direction as far as who he is. What does he mean to to NXT? You know what I mean? And put him somewhere. Put him somewhere maybe for the North American Championship. Can he go after the NXT Championship? I don't know. We'll see. Give it a year or two. We'll see what happens on that. But I think right now he'll be in a good tag team with Charlie Dempsey. But long-winded. That's the reason why I'm giving Birthright my wrestlers of the week. But hopefully I don't have to do that again with a full group. So, but Birthright, yes.
I mean,
It's pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these wrestlers of the week, this is just our opinions. It could be anybody. It could be one or two people. So, in my case, I'm choosing two people, which also coincides with my favorite match of the week, and that was over the weekend on NXT Vengeance Day, which me and Jeff Lippman covered, and that's Tony D'Angelo and Dion Lennox. I really, really like their match, and I was surprised about how much I like their match because the opening of the match felt like it was supposed to be a street fight, but then it wasn't. But then the first match of the night was a street fight. And Ruben, I told Jeff your catchphrase, Sesame Street safe. It was a Sesame Street safe match.
Yeah.
And he actually dug that term. So you might want to go after him legally for the usage of that term. You guys have to sort that out.
I'm on it. I'm on
it. Send your evil twin Lupin. The second match began like a street fight because it was a bunch of wrestlers and cars surrounding the parking lot, and Tony D just goes in there and just beats the dog shit out of Dion Lennox and the rest of Darkseid. And I'm like, is this a street fight? Because they're fighting all around the Performance Center, even like the ugly parts of the Performance Center. I'm like, okay, I'm digging this. Like this feels like early to mid 90s Attitude Era, almost like Memphis 80s, wrestling. And then he gets to the ring and they go, ring the bell. I go, wait, ring the bell? The match hasn't started yet. So that's probably the best I've seen Dion Lennox, like ever. That's probably the best I've seen Tony D look in a while. And, Jeff Lippman coined the term Haku hair with Tony D after like his hair like started getting all frizzy and big. So
I think he should have the hair down more.
Agreed.
That. Yeah,
I'm liking this Tony D. I'm digging this new Tony D. But those are my wrestlers of the week, and also my wrestling match of the week is Tony D'Angelo and Mr. Dion Lennox.
Solid.
Right.
Both solid choices. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I didn't love the match as much as you did. Probably good match, but I don't know. I just thought the whole NXT show overall wasn't too special. So
gave it a D+. But me and Jeff both agreed it wasn't that great of a show. But all right, so let's start with what we've been waiting for the past 2 weeks. So Ruben, you've been wanting to talk about this. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this just because I've noticed not a lot of people have been given this air, and I have an assumption why. And it's because, with the Janel Grant lawsuit, after she had like that press conference in Connecticut, it looks like this more likely is going to be settled, just for the fact that this has been in litigation, and the more and more time has passed, it seems like this was a transactional thing. And I don't know if you guys know Shelly Martinez. She was the WWE ECW. I mean, I enjoyed that era, at least the beginning, era of ECW.
2006 was really good. I really thought 2006 was really good.
Agreed.
Yeah. That time period, started off great, but we know how it ended. But yeah, with Shelly Martinez, she a lot of wrestlers have their podcasts, and she mentioned, and I'll read really quick, just like what she said. Okay, from Yahoo Sports, sports.yahoo.com. So that way people ain't saying, oh, I'm saying this, out of my rear end. Like, no, just saying it from speaking words. So I get it. I get Janel Grant, where she's coming from. The former WWE star began, quote, but I'm here to say it's a choice. And she chose to have this arrangement with McMahon, Vince McMahon. She chose to go through certain things to get what she wanted at the end of the day. Then where it really makes me mad is that there's people out here that did not consent, men or women, I don't care who, that did not consent. They get taken advantage of against their will, and their jobs are now in jeopardy because they need to be quiet. Continue on, she said those stories exist, and a lot of those stories don't get out because they have to comply, because you all got these Janel Grants out here trying to act like this little do-gooder when you weren't taken advantage of. It was very clear you got X, Y, and Z, and this is what you have to do for it, she said. Shirley Martinez says what happened between Janel Grant and the former WWE chairman is just a transaction. Then she says, I'm sure he upped the ante every time. I mean, with what was found out in that lawsuit, and those texts, they renegotiated. That's when she wanted more things for herself that are going to be more expensive. Like, if you guys saw the list of the stuff that she had over the years, and I'm like, damn, like, can I get a little bit of that? I mean, I'm not gonna do all that craziness, but can I get anyway?
Come on, Roman.
Can you loan me $5?
Look at Roman. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh Lord. They renegotiated, and that's when she wanted more things for herself that are going to be more expensive, because to her, that transaction, that currency, it needs to match. So, oh, McMahon, you want me to do what now? Well then, guess what? You're gonna get me a BMW. That's where you're gonna see the currency rise on both ends. Then she said, it's a deal, it's a transaction, and it makes me angry to know that she's playing this part. And maybe she's a plant, an industry plant. I don't know. There's also that twist, by the way. This video makes me so mad because, makes me so mad to where I was goofing around in my head about how we're going to make light of the situation a bit on here, on our show, to make it different than in everyone else. Then immediately Janel Grant took that away from me, or her damn nonsense in what she has to say in that video. I'm a woman. I had shitty things happen to me. I don't like that girl, the former WWE star says. So yeah, I get where she's coming from. I definitely get where she's coming from, because there are a lot of victims out here who have been, abused, have gone through craziness. And when you dig down deep in the layers, you realize, okay, like, this is more transactional. And when Vince stopped paying, that's when she went and sued him. And we know Vince is just a piece of shit. Like, he's not a good human being, but he's not innocent in this either. And I think that's why people aren't talking about this, because they figure, oh, I can't virtual signal over this. I can't make it about Vince being evil because she has some culpability in this too. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. This came out. No one's talking about it. Like, not even the prominent people. I was like, okay, maybe things were found out and they just moved on. Like, the IWC always does. Like, they get offended, and, people have the right to be offended. I'm not saying don't, because it's a real issue, but her hands are not clean in this. And yeah, like, if listen, if she gets her justice, cool. But just know she's not innocent in this, because we can go over some of the things that she got from Vince McMahon from 2019 to 2021. 2019 premium WrestleMania VIP tickets were private transport, medical care and cosmetic services, Belmont Stakes clubhouse tickets, a $2,000 Nordstrom gift card, some chocolates, good Diva chocolates. I mean, those are pretty good, expensive too. 2020, $20,000 towards surgery, pearl and diamond necklace, blue cashmere cardigan, blue Burberry scarf and fur hat. Burberry is expensive.
Very expensive.
I work in the high-end luxury space, so yeah.
Well, how much would be a Burberry scarf, you think? Like maybe like depending on it, $500 to $700?
About even more.
Depending, right? Yeah.
And absolutely, I want to respond to that comment. Yeah, like with this whole thing, Epstein. It's the
Google China Google.
Yeah. Like that whole thing. It's much worse. But with this, since it's Vince McMahon and who people he knows, I get it. But again, in this case, she is not cleaning this. That's why the IWC isn't talking about it. They're not, there's still people that are virtual signaling this. They're trying to like justice for her, throw Vince in jail. I mean, he'll probably, pass away before he faces any jail time. Like he got off, at that DUI, like he was speeding in his car. He was going over.
I'm never gonna die.
Yeah. And that world, the billionaires, man, like when it comes to these billionaires, it's that world.
They think they're invincible.
Yeah. They think they're invincible. They think that. Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
No, it's like the craziest part is usually when someone gets older, you would expect them to be more chill.
Yeah.
In age, like it's like he got worse. He got worse with age.
Yeah. I'm telling you, So me and my friends, I'll get back to the list because it's important. But my friends, we used to joke around. I mean, we still do. We have this theory that Vince, kept, he wants to transfer his body or his brain to someone else's, like, transfer his consciousness, like on some Futurama stuff, because he is really that narcissistic. I really believe that. Like that joke. Me. Yeah, he's got the money for it. That's the thing. Like you never know with how these people roll. Like they probably have a vat waiting. I don't know, but it's and you're right, Drew. Like people as they get older, they calm down, they mellow out. They then their twilight years, they don't. They stop doing all this craziness. But with him, it's like, no, like I guess he's really is just a genetic freak. I don't know.
Genetic jackhammer.
Yeah, that's it.
That's some good shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
We shouldn't laugh about this, but that's just who we are.
I mean, it's like laughing at. Well, never mind. I don't want to get this string to be either age restricted or suppressed in the algorithm. So
yeah.
But just let everyone know we're not laughing at possible accusations of grape or SA. Yeah. We're just laughing at the ridiculousness of who Vince is.
Yeah. Just to make it clear, guys, we love the algorithms. We love the YouTube overlord.
China, Google. We love you. China, Google.
Yes.
Google China.
Yes.
Exactly.
So 2020, We already talked about the $20,000 for surgery, pearl diamond necklace, the blue cashmere cardigan, Burberry scarf and fur hat, gray cashmere swall, sunglasses, cable knit throw blanket, flowers every other week. So flowers every other week, and you know how expensive a nice bouquet of flowers are every other week.
Yeah,
like
not the ones that you get from Walmart.
No. Or even a step up from Trader Joe's. I say Trader Joe's over Whole Foods. Like, just my opinion.
Right.
That Trader Joe's is better. But yeah, every week, and to get them delivered, like whole nother ball game. So that's price right there. In 2021, a 2022. So with cars, they usually release, like in 2021, they usually release the next year's model.
Yeah. So, for example, we're in 2026. You can get a 2027 Toyota, whatever. So
there you go for context. So yeah, 2022 BMW 430 Xi, a $5,000 spa gift certificate, 2 private chef catered dinners, golden diamond paperclip necklace, $15,000 Bloomingdale gift cards, a Saudi tea set and food display, and flowers every other week.
Can I just get 30,000 from Vince? You're just giving just give me 30,000. Let me pay some crap that I have up and maybe have like an extra 5,000 for my shopping. I won't say anything.
Word.
But fuck me, man. Like, God damn, man. Gold digger.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's my theory on why, as time went on, less and less people kept talking about this, because the narrative, and again, the narrative is there because of Vince, what he did and all that. And then the whole thing with Brock Lesnar, she tried to sue Lesnar. It's like, wait a minute, like he just exchanged texts and all that, and we found out his insane fetishes.
Yes, sexual fantasies,
yeah. So that doesn't make him guilty. That just makes him
weird, but not guilty.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, it's a difference, and I think that in this world, especially in social media with public opinion, it weighs more than actual like proving someone innocent or guilty. Like, you're automatically proven guilty by association with any facts, and that's the problem. That's why now people aren't talking about it, but they still want Lesnar out of the company. It's like, dude, like
and that's when I say when he returned, I'm like okay, like I don't say I personally don't like Lesnar, but like I don't really care if Lesnar's here or not. But like if he returns, it's like, I mean, what did he do that was illegal? He didn't do nothing that was illegal, right? Yeah, I mean, like if Brock Lesnar is like, oh, I like to be peed on. Let's just, for example, I like to be peed on. I like to pee on other girls, right? I like to, throw shaving cream on me. Like, that's not illegal to do. Weird.
It's just weird. Yeah.
But not illegal.
Morally wrong, probably.
Yeah.
Morally, but
morally, but if it's consensual, it's not morally, because if they say like, oh yeah, pee on my face, then it's like, that's not really morally wrong, because they're willing to take the
right. And that was the thing. Like Brock allegedly texted her and says, hey, can I see a video of you going number one? I don't know if I'm not allowed to say it, but go number one. And it's just like, okay, that's weird, but it's not morally wrong. He's not
right. If she says like, oh yeah, sure, is that really morally wrong at this point? Like, what I mean? It's just weird and not normal. But yeah, this whole thing, this whole situation with the whole Janel Grant, remembers believe all women, right? Yeah, believe all women, and fire first, ask questions later, right? Enzo got fired, right? Granted, he was a locker room piece of shit or whatever, right? But like, he never got his job back when he wrongfully got fired.
Yep.
Never got his job back.
The thing, yeah.
Ruined his career, essentially, right? Velveteen Dream, kind of same thing in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like his is a little bit more murky. But
Pete Wentz or Zachary Wentz.
Yeah, Zachary Wentz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Kimberly is like, oh yeah, the Hitler thing, that was him in the picture, right? Get it? He apologized, but you even had other constituents like MJF's like, he's not racist.
And they're
or anything
roommates.
like that. Yeah, they're roommates, right? So to me, it's all about context, and with this whole Janel Grant thing, right? Like, does she feel like she was wrong? Maybe in her head, she's justifying that she maybe feel wrong, but just looking at the evidence and everything right now, that's like, Vince didn't really do anything morally wrong if it was consensual, right? If they can prove by a shadow of a doubt that he did something illegal in this process, then we should really just let this go at this point and move on. Sucks for her. If she's going through any mental anguish or whatever, anything, I hate to see people go through that type of stuff, right? I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you're going through a rough time right now. Fuck you. Like, no, like, I mean, at the end of the day, we're human beings, and we should really think about that type of stuff. But but still though, it's still kind of your fault that you put yourself in this situation in the first place. You could have just said, no, I'm good, Vince. I'm good. I don't want to have sex with you.
It's similar to the situation with who was the former Clippers owner, Donald something?
Donald Sterling.
Yeah, there was that situation with that woman that he was having an affair with.
Yeah.
And she was doing things for him, and she tried to do something similar, where she tried to cry victim, and then she recorded him saying, "Don't bring any black people to Clippers games."
Right.
And then she got exposed for kind of being a phony baloney.
Right.
But he pretty much got excommunicated from the NBA.
That's a little different because he's the owner of WWE, right? He's the owner of a professional basketball team, so it's kind of the same thing in a way, but it's not like it is different because Sterling did not want to have black people to come to, or to be invited to come to his game, when most of the players in the court are black, and that's what they're the most popular players in the league are mostly black players, right?
Right.
During that time and mostly now, for the most part, right? Vince McMahon, it wasn't like he was doing something and like saying it out loud to like creative and stuff like that, like, oh yeah, we should do the same exact thing, and do a storyline out of it, even though she's kind of claiming that happens as well, right? But what he did was in a private situation being brought out to the public.
I say in context, as far as like two women who are trying to be like the poster, child for like, women's rights and, blah, blah, blah. When it's just like, well, you kind of put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, with the Vince thing, it's like, I obviously would love justice for anyone who went through this that wasn't Janel Grant. I know one name that's been brought up a lot was Ashley Massaro, which that's always a situation. Yeah. Anytime I hear about it, it just makes me sad that this woman was just suffering in silence. There's the whole situation where she got, assaulted while she was, in overseas doing tribute to the troops. And when she brought up to Vince, Vince didn't want to do anything about it. He was like, oh, I can't do anything about it. That'll hurt the relationship with me and the United States military. And then Paul London actually brought this up on Rene Dupree's podcast, that he was, being creepy with her. He would creep on her and like, text her and call her while she's in her hotel room. And I don't know, like those kind of stories, like I'm a little bit more of an empath to those kind of stories of women suffering. Whereas this one is like, he gave me a new Rolls Royce, but I wanted an even newer Rolls Royce just to show him. And then when he cut the money off, that's when I sued him. Like,
yep, right when the whole merger with TKO, and UFC, WWE, and all these deals that WWE was doing. Like at the same time, all that was going on, this lawsuit popped up, and I definitely think this is tinfoil hat time. I definitely think that it was a way to get Vince out of there. I think so. It was a way just to get him out because he forced his way in when he was originally, casted out, and then this happened and he was out again. It's just perfect timing with all that, and I'm just like, whoa, like the weekend of the Royal Rumble, because I remember it was Royal Rumble weekend. They announced Netflix deal. They announced, Endeavor, that whole merger, and I was like, this is strangely coincidental. I do not believe in coincidences because it's just everything lined up. And then at first, like people were like, yeah, like me and Drew talked about it. Everyone was talking about because it was the hot topic. But as time went along, that whole narrative that she was 100,000% a victim just started fading, because if we found out that it was consensual, she got all these gifts, and now she's not that poster woman for women's rights and abused women. When they're we were talking about Ashley Massaro. She was someone that gone through abuse, and as a result, she took her own life, and it's a shame. That's who it should be. We should try to prevent more of that from happening, not these blood-sucking, gold-digging women that just want, a little, a little lick because, oh, I deserve it. It's like, no, like people, especially with the IWC, I have an issue with the IWC. I mean, I have an issue with everything, but just with the IWC, because
you have an issue with the IWC? No, come on.
Yeah. I mean, what did they do this week? What do they do last week, the week before? What did they do right now?
Lovely people.
Second. Yeah, lovely people. Just the greatest community ever. Right. But no
problems. Not toxic at all.
No, not at all. Just great fans. They welcome you in. They want you to tune into the product and be excited about wrestling. And they wouldn't shun you away from liking wrestling or being a wrestling fan. They wouldn't do that, right, guys? Right?
No.
Right?
I mean, ask Thea Hail.
No racial slurs either, by the way.
Yeah.
Totally understanding if you have one iota of criticism about something that isn't white, or if a woman isn't provocative enough, they're totally understanding about that. Like the gaming community, you know about that, Ruben, right? The gaming community.
Oh, geez. Don't get started on the gaming community.
Oh yeah.
on topic, Ruben, do you know who Side Scrollers is?
Side Scrollers, that
Side
rings
Scrollers
a bell.
podcast.
Yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah.
Right. Wing.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm very upset with what they've been doing. But anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to the IWC, it's like, and exactly, I'm on, like, with all the stuff that the IWC went behind and trying to die on these hills. Like, I'm unfazed, but it's like, how we get to this medium of wrestling is through the internet, and that's the first thing that you see is like you just get these ravenous people, no lives, sweaty individuals that just have no life at all. They just suck the joy out of everything, and they scare off fans. Kind of like I used to be in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. The same thing. Right. You try to get into the game and they will try hard. It's like, oh no, like you're trying to play casual. Like, no, like you gotta know the ins and outs. Like, you can't be playing with that nonsense here. And it's the same thing with wrestling. Like, oh, if you're just a casual fan just trying to get into WWE or get into just like mainstream wrestling, you look upon as weird or a loser. Like, yeah, you gotta know about New Japan and AEW. You got to know all this stuff, and it's like, you're not a real fan. Like, you don't know this move. Like, it's insane. And especially with a lot of these causes that the IWC likes to just go and you know, stick that flag on, it just shows that these people don't really care about justice. They don't care about the art form that is professional wrestling and the stories and the characters and the moves. They just want to latch onto something because they haven't have any joy in their lives, you
Yep.
know, in the real world. So they have to latch onto something online. And to me, it's like it's insane.
Yep.
It's wild to me, and I'm like, yeah, like those fools are just miserable. You know, no girlfriends, no wives, nothing. They just
Yep.
stuck in their, you know, just stuck in their basements, you know, not just haven't seen any sunlight, just care about wrestling, live and die wrestling, and they just defend, you know, they just defend their favorite company until their last dying breath, which will probably be sooner because they don't get out and they don't exercise. But that's enough. That's enough said. But yeah, like, yeah, just want to talk about this topic because I just been dying to talk about it. But it's like it's so many different facets and just many layers because it does not only expose, you know, Grant. We know how Vince is, but it exposes Janel Grant and exposes the IWC because they're not talking about it. Once it comes out, looks like she wasn't innocent, and then people just have amnesia. So yeah, just, you know, I wanted to talk about this, and yeah, but I want to. I mean, if there's time, we can talk about the Thea Hail stuff because I'm really intrigued.
Got it right here.
Yeah.
So Thea Hail put up a video on her social media. Can't really play it on here. Slow ass laptop. So I'll just read the transcript. So she put up a video saying, I've been wanting to touch on this subject for a long time now. I just haven't felt like I should, and now my opinion's changed. I'm a 22-year-old girl. Think about that for a second. I wouldn't have even graduated college if I had been. I moved away in the middle of high school to pursue my dream because I valued that over comfortability. And most people could never have fathomed to do that. And every day to look at my Twitter timeline or look at my social media and see negative comments about me as a human being is disgusting. I've worked my ass off for 5 years for the biggest moment of my career, and you all take it as a joke. You act like I'm the worst human being in the world for my 1 ounce of success that I finally had. It sucks. I don't think you understand every day that I wake up happy, sad, and miserable. I don't care. I put professional wrestling above everything. And for 5 years, I have valued this industry to such an extent, and I have valued others' opinions, and it is exhausting. I love this more than anything, but what I don't love is to be constantly torn down by other people, by other human beings. At the end of the day, I'm a person. I'm a 22-year-old girl who's getting to live my dreams, and for some reason, that's wrong. And for some reason, you guys decide that you want to go hate on somebody else because you're not happy with yourself. You feel the need to tear down somebody else to build yourself up. Are you serious? I don't understand it. I don't understand the level of hate in professional wrestling today.
Yep.
For just 1 second, I would love for you guys to internally think, would you like for somebody to say this about me? To think about that. So please take an extra 10 seconds before you put something up on social media, please. And remember that the person on the other end of it is also a human being. I watched the video. She does start crying, and I felt bad for her because I like Thea Hail. I've been a fan of Thea Hail for a while. Very much seems like a sweet girl. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not trying to say she's lying, but like this whole thing about like she's getting hate, and like it obviously stems from the match she had with Blake Monroe, where it was a botch, and
Right.
she ended up winning the North American title, which me and Justin talked about months ago. And I mean, again, it's wrestling. Shit happens. At the end of the day, like everybody makes mistakes. I mean, I don't know why anyone would hate Thea Hail, but then again, we just got through talking about how much of a toxic cesspool the IWC is, and especially towards women.
Yep.
And Thea is a 22-year-old girl, and it's one of those things of like, let me kind of compare this to something else. So Maxine, she was on a podcast, I forget which one, where she talked about when she reads negative, Twitter posts about her, it like makes her, it kind of fucks up her day. And with Thea, this is obviously hurting her. And I obviously feel terrible for her. And I think it's gross how anyone could hate Thea Hail for something that was beyond her control. Again, it's wrestling. Shit happens.
Right.
It's also one of those things of just like, this is kind of a lesson to Thea Hail. It's just like, you can't pay attention to that shit. Like, it's good that you're addressing this. And it was a very mature thing for her to do, but it's like, it's one of those things of like, this is just how the world is when you become a public figure. And
Yep.
you gotta stay the fuck away from social media. I'm almost positive someone's told her. And but again, my heart really does break for her because she seems like a genuinely sweet, nice person. And I hate the fact that she's feeling this way. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I agree. I just want to bring up because it is relevant to the topic at hand in conversation. Would we still feel the same about if this were to happen to another talent like a Charlotte Flair or a whoever, right?
Well, it does.
Or I'm sorry, a Charlotte Flair or a Mercedes or Ricochet. You know how Ricochet goes up, goes online and talk shit about people. Would it be the same conversation where, because there's gonna be certain people that's gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't talk to her about, you shouldn't talk about this wrestler about that. Oh, they're a sweet person. Then on the other side, it could be like, oh, this person deserves it. So where's the line on where a wrestler can respond to an attack or not? You know what I mean? Like, if it were me, I think that wrestlers should not be on social media. Well, they can be on social media, but like not respond to stuff as much, right?
Yeah.
But to me, it's like where do we draw that line at?
I get you. I do think. I mean, Charlotte. We talked about it on past shows where Charlotte deals with that.
We did a list on most negatively talk about wrestlers, whatever. I think Charlotte was up there, right? Mercedes was up there. Ricochet was on that list. There were other people that were on that list too, but it's like when certain wrestlers speak out, it's okay, and when other wrestlers speak out, it's not okay. So it's like, where do we draw that line?
I mean, I just think it's like, again, people pick and choose. And you're right about everything you're saying. I think with Charlotte, it obviously affects her because you have people hating her. It's like, why is Charlotte always in the main event picture? Right. Charlotte changed her face this week. Charlotte, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
it obviously
mostly that, like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it obviously affects her. And as much as I'm not a fan of Mercedes, I'm pretty sure it affects her too. As much as I'm not really a fan of Ricochet, I'm pretty sure it affects him too. But he learns to deal with it. I'm pretty sure if someone said, I hate you and I hate your wife and I wish you were dead and I'm going to kill you both, I'm pretty sure he would really get pissed off about that. Yeah. For someone like Thea, who hasn't been in the business as long, like it hurts. It like your heart kind of breaks for her because, she's somebody that's young enough to be your sister or young enough to be your daughter.
Yeah, she's 22 years old. She's like young enough to be your niece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In some cases, daughter,
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's why I feel probably more bad for her, or I guess anybody feels more bad for her than they do for anyone else. True. It's just like, because it's like they see her and they're like, that's my daughter. That could be my daughter growing through this, But at the end of the day, it's just like you can't make it all these like IWC sickos happy, and it's not even just with wrestling. It's we're just talking about the video game community, or movies, the horror community or whatever. But Ruben, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, you guys brought some good points. She's a kid at the end of the day. Like, she's still, being in this industry for 5 years. Like, she's still a baby. So,
like, her graduation pictures was on NXT, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I saw those. I saw those. It's like we got to understand that she's not seasoned, and people take things differently, the younger they are, and then as they mature, they learn to grow that thick skin, and she handled it maturely, like how most people should respond to things like this. She was way more mature than a lot of these older wrestlers, male or female. So that says a lot about her and her character, as a person and as an individual. So I do, commend her for that. But I do think that this is a learning experience for her to just realize that, yeah, like people are gonna say nasty shit, whether you do good or bad. And with the whole botch, I was like, oh, botch, it happens, move on, and they turned it into something, so it's not like, oh my god, like how could she, like she's ruined the art of professional wrestling, like we need to exit, like no, like guys, it's predetermined, and the bumps they take are real, but it's predetermined. The winners and losers are chosen beforehand. We know this. Kayfabe is dead. Sorry to tell you guys, get some sunlight. We had some really nice sun, these past few days. So please take the time to get some sunlight.
Speaking of kayfabe's dead, I got something to transition to that a little bit later. So
okay, yeah. But yeah, like with especially like Charlotte and Ricochet and these other wrestlers that get hate, and Maxine, like I get why Maxine is getting the hate, but with her, it's not her fault. Is the creative that's put her in that position. She should not have all this time and be a women's an Intercontinental champion. Like that was a foul on the creative team, and that's why she's getting all that. Because I think she should have just stayed in NXT. A lot of the women that are in NXT should be in the main roster, and Maxine should be in NXT still. Like it's fine if you're on there developing, but just to bring people up for the sake of bringing people up, it doesn't make any sense. And you could experiment, I get it, but experiments fail, and you got to go through. Unfortunately, got to go through a lot of wrestlers and try different things and gimmicks. It's not in her best interest. But going back to Thea Hail, like again, this is a learning experience for her. She handled the situation, as maturely as she could, but just don't respond. People are gonna talk shit about you regardless if you do well, you do bad. I do feel bad, but I'm sure as time goes along, as she gets older and she gets more reps in, more years in, she's going to turn on all that hate and take all that hate, just bottle it up and turn into money. At the end of the day, you turn that into cash, cold hard cash. And these people that have nothing better to do in their lives than to just talk nonsense, they is gonna keep on suffering, because Thea Hill's doing way better. Like she's 22 years old, and she's doing way better than people, women her own age and dudes her own age and even older. So that says a lot about those people than it does about Thea Hill. And that's all it comes to. Like she's doing well, she's a public figure, she's making money, she has a good life. Like, of course they're gonna hate. And that's all people can do when they hate. They can just bring people down to their level. So, I doubt Thea Hill will listen to this, but if you are Thea Hill, like don't let these people get to you. Keep on being successful, keep making that money, turn all this, turn all that, animosity that these people have and turn it into money. At the end of the day, money and this, of course, your well-being and your happiness too, but turn all that into money and get these people even more angry. That's the best, revenge is success. So you got this. Don't listen to these fools. These fools have triple chins. They still wear that wrestling t-shirt that's too small.
Yeah.
That has Cheeto stains on it or funny and dust. I don't know.
That Bullet Club t-shirt from 2013.
Yeah. It's they hang it on it by literally by the strands.
Now it just says bull didn't say Bullet Club, just says Bull.
Yeah, they literally just stretching, just literally stretching. So yeah, like don't listen to these dudes. Like these dudes, I bet don't even shower. Haven't seen any. I mean, it's the truth.
I mean, it's not. I mean, everything he's saying is. I'm over here nodding. I'm like, it sounds accurate to me.
They probably haven't seen their penis in 5 years.
6 years.
Okay.
It's the pandemic. It's been rough. It's been rough these past couple of years. But
pandemic P for pandemic penis.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
man.
but yeah, like she'll be fine. Like she has a bright future ahead of her. Like she'll continue on being successful. This is just a bump in the road, and the best way to get at these fools, these faceless dudes, is just being successful. That's all you can do.
And she can also use this if she ever decides to turn heel. This would be a great catalyst for a reason for her to turn heel. And because she could use a real life situation. And if she ever decided to turn heel, I don't want to see her heel, but if she does turn heel, she could use this example for like, oh, now y'all want to cheer me, and talk about a situation like this. So
yeah, definitely. Again, use this, just bankroll, just make money. Like it's all you got to do. Just show these fools that they're even more worthless because she's doing a lot at her young age, and a lot of these dudes are online. So she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Justin, you had something you want to talk about?
Yeah, I did managed to actually get a couple news topics that I want to talk about today.
Okay.
I don't think we were going to bring this up at all, but I thought it was very important because it's the product that we watch. And if we didn't bring this topic up, it would just be in complete malpractice on our end. So, Road Dogg is out of WWE. Obviously, that's happened about a week ago because last Thursday he quit from WWE. Last Wednesday we did the podcast, so we're here a week later talking about it. But it was said that Road Dogg quit WWE in person. And coming from PW Insider, WWE sources have cited that he openly expressed his unhappiness and tenured his resignation from the creative team. I'll just say this. I think really because of what happened on Unreal. What happened on Unreal where he was talking about Chelsea Green and which he had thought was in the right place, and you could tell that Road Dogg is not really a corporate person, right? Because he doesn't know how to handle corporate meetings or anything of that nature. Then Triple H was like, okay, yeah, so then what? What happens next after this? And he didn't have anything, right? What I mean? It's kind of like if you go in there with Triple H, and you tell Triple H something, it's like, and Triple H like, okay, so let me get this straight. So you want someone to hit your dog in a shoe with a car, right? And have your dog die, and you're gonna go out there and you're gonna challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. You're gonna go ahead, face him at WrestleMania, and lose, even though that he was the guy that hit the dog with your car and killed your dog. And then what? It's pretty much what it is. Like, but it's like, anyway, Road Dogg though, he was part of the creative team for a long time. If you guys remember, he was head of creative of SmackDown in 2017, 2018. If we can go back to that time frame, do we know what happened during that time?
2018 through 2019. Yeah, it was no bueno.
Well, I was really talking about 2017, 2018, but
2017. Let's see. AJ was the champion. I remember that.
Something glaring.
Jinder Mahal was the champion?
Jinder Mahal was the champion, and that began the decline of SmackDown. The 18 months or whatever it was of 2016 SmackDown, that era, to me, outside the Bloodline stuff and everything, was the most consistent, best era of TV that WWE has put on in the last 15 years. it was appointment TV when Ryan Ward first took over SmackDown in 2016 when they did that brand split for the draft. Unbelievable era. For one reason or another, they were like, okay, hey, we're gonna put Road Dogg on now, and he's gonna be in charge of SmackDown. And he was one of the catalysts that made Jinder Mahal champion, even though that was kind of Vince McMahon, really more Vince McMahon in India and things of that nature. I get it, right? But he was the one that had to book it and get approval. So I'll say this. I'm not really gonna miss Road Dogg in creative, right? I always thought he was a fun, entertaining wrestler. Not a great wrestler or anything, but as far as creative is concerned, like, we need fresh faces back there. Like this old guard from the Attitude Era and the New Generation and the Golden Era, guys like Michael Hayes, guys like
Bruce Pritchard,
Michael Hayes, but guys like Bruce Pritchard. You got Road Dogg back there, right? For years you had Pat Patterson back there and Gerald Briscoe. We need to start getting more younger guys back there on creative.
I agree.
And guys from maybe Ruthless Aggression era and PG era, right? What are some of the ideas that Abyss may have? What's some of the ideas that I don't know who else. Bobby Roode may have, right? Or Jason Jordan. Like, what do they bring to the table as far as a creative standpoint?
Or AJ Styles, who just re-signed back with WWE.
Well, I don't know if what's AJ's biggest thing? Why do you retire?
So he can help the younger generation.
That too.
No, that was not the reason why he retired. He wanted to be at home with his family.
Yeah.
That too. And also he didn't want to like mess up out there in the ring. True.
And he had a bad
I think his biggest reason was he wanted to be at home. I don't think he wants to do creative. Not now. Maybe in a few years. But I don't think you're gonna bring AJ to do that. Not now, at least. But you need fresh faces back there who either you're not gonna use for the future, right? Or you know what I mean? But these guys that had their heyday in 1986, like the Freebirds in 1982 or whatever, right? Brother Love in 1990. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man,
Road Dogg heyday 1998, 99. Like, I'm sorry, I love the 90s, and I'm a 90s baby, right? But I'm sorry, 1998 was 28 years ago. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. 28 years ago.
Oh man.
When we were growing up, right? This will tie back into what we're talking about here. When we were growing up, let's just say the year 2000, right? We all remember the year 2000 vividly, right? For the most part. And remember wrestling and, the music and video game stuff back then. Think about the year 2000, but 28 years previously. 28 years previously was the year, 1972?
Yeah.
That, I'm putting that in perspective now. Like, we're basically looking at equivalent someone's heyday was in 1972 if the year were 2000 today. Like, it's crazy. We can't always take these guys' perspectives if their heyday was almost 3 decades ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
different era, different mindset. Yeah,
absolutely. But I'll give it to you guys here, Ruben. What do you think about the Road Dogg situation?
I'm not sad that he's gone. I'm happy because while he wasn't like the best in terms of creative,
right?
He's on the creative team, like, but I do feel like he was looking out for some of the talent.
He was,
yeah. I say that he was definitely trying to look out for the talent because, he was trying to help, Chelsea because Chelsea Green, and I'm a big fan of hers.
And he's completely right about Chelsea Green too. I think she does deserve that opportunity for sure.
Yeah, like you have that division on SmackDown. We're talking about just the women's division. It's so bad that you have women's wrestlers on Raw, going there, and you have a superstar from Raw challenging for SmackDown's women's title, top prize for the women on SmackDown. Is that bad? And we know, Stephanie and Liv, they have their match because Liv won the Rumble,
Right.
but there should be contenders on SmackDown. And there isn't so much. So you got to have Rhea Ripley. I thought it was going to be Charlotte, but neither here or there. But yeah, just the rosters is bleeding, and it's due to the creative. You have talent there that can do something, but they're not being booked in a way. And I see where Road Dogg was trying to do. He was trying to help, but at the end of the day, like, he was a scapegoat. Like, they just found him just guilty of by association. Oh, you're okay. You brought this up and you didn't have any follow through. Okay, we're gonna let you go, and that's what exactly happened. He wanted Chelsea Green to get over, and it's like, okay, what next? And he didn't have nothing, so that was his downfall. But I mean, they do need fresh blood in the creative team, and I mean, they hired the head writer for Raw. I'm like, I mean, you saw the segment that they had on Raw. Did you see? Like, no, absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. So they do need young, fresh blood, but they also need people that are in tune with wrestling. Because what worked in the past, working in the past, like in the 80s and 90s, 2000s, some things can work, but we're in a different era. Like, things that the reason why the Attitude Era worked the way it did is due to the fact that Vince was going up against WCW.
Yep.
That's not a thing right now. You can say AEW, but they're not doing well creatively either.
No.
So you don't have that sense of urgency because they're making money hand over fist. They're charging arm and a leg to get into these shows. And they're on Netflix. So half of their product isn't on, the main shows, Raw, SmackDown. It is on TV. So they can just do whatever. And that's why you have what you have. At the end of the day, that's why you have what you have. Because there's no sense of urgency. There's no WCW lingering over your neck with stars of that era. Like, you don't have those same stars. Only, I'll say one, and that's Roman, but like, that's it. Like, you need way more than just Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is awesome, but different time, different era. And Road Dogg is just, like you said, Justin, his heyday was in the 90s, the late 90s. When I was in elementary school. Jesus Christ, like, that's old.
When you put in that perspective, it's like, I'm gonna be 38 this year. I was 10 years old at the heyday of Road Dogg Jesse James, 1998.
Yep.
New Age Outlaws, most over tag team. Arguably, I saw something say the most over tag team or the best tag team of the Attitude Era. To me, it was the New Age Outlaws. To me, it was New Age Outlaws, right? Yeah. I mean, like the Hardys. That was like tail end Attitude Era going into Ruthless Aggression when they really start to get over, right? Dudley Boys were probably most consistent. Edge and Christian was, I think they broke up too soon, right? But but no, to me it was New Age Outlaws. So it's not like Road Dogg was just like a regular schmegler wrestler. No, to me, my personal opinion, I thought they were the most over tag team in the Attitude Era. And especially the time that, that they worked together, because they were together like late 97 all the way through like 2000-ish. You know what I mean? Yep. I mean, they broke up for a little bit, then they got back together, but yeah.
So I actually have a list of WWE's agents and producers. So we can kind of go through those just to see who do you think should be in these more prominent positions as far as head writer, whatever. So,
well, we're not gonna know every single name on the list. And
I'm just going through the ones that are more noticeable. So, Michael Hayes, obviously he needs to go. Hurricane Helms.
I will say Hurricane. He's actually put together. So if you look, I will look at the matches that were produced, also with part of the creative as well. Hurricane Hell's from the list over the years, he's produced better matches than not. So I think he has a little bit of a sense of what, what's needed. And he seems a little bit more, I won't say hip, like I'm 75 years old, but he's more hip.
Yeah, he's in tune. Yeah, he's in tune with
what's going on. So I will say for now, stay personally.
Yeah.
And also, let's not forget, there was a point where Hurricane Helms was over.
That too, yeah.
Why? I mean,
he beat
all these names are over at one point or another.
Right, but like Helms is someone who he gets what makes a good match work. And he also knows how to get yourself over, that connection with the crowd. So TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd.
Is he part creative?
He's a producer.
So wait, so the creative team. So he's not really part of creative. He's just producing the matches.
The point I'm trying to make is like, as far as like a wrestler that's head of creative. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Like someone who is not like, oh, the last time I was over was in the 80s. It's like we need someone a little bit more recent to come up with a wrestling show.
Well, as far as producer, yes, keep him as a producer.
Okay. All right. What about you, Ruben?
Yeah, keep him as a producer, yeah.
He's good with the women's matches, so I would just say keep him where he's at. Petey Williams.
As producer, yes.
Yeah, keep him, yeah.
Jason Jordan.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's super young still. He should be wrestling right now.
Yeah.
I mean, for obvious reasons he can't,
But do you think he's someone that could be a good writer for the show?
I can't say yes or no to that right now. Okay. Like all these guys, I can't really say. You could be a good producer and know how to produce a match. Doesn't mean that you're gonna end up being a good writer for sure.
Yeah. I'm just like kind of go off your opinion. That's kind of what I was looking for. But yeah, I think Jason's fine. Abyss, Chris Parks.
Yeah, he's very creative.
Yeah.
Especially when he's getting yelled. Especially when he's getting yelled at by Bruce Pritchard. No, I like Abyss. I'm sorry, I like Abyss.
He's good.
Bobby Roode, I think he'd be a good writer. I think he'd be good with creative.
I have no issues with him being a producer.
Okay. Fit Finley.
He's very good, I would say, with the women. Have him being involved with the women because he's been that forefront for as far as like the women's revolution and all that stuff. It was Fit Finley that was really helping those girls out in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy Borash.
Oh, keep him.
Yeah.
Keep him. Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
A lot of TNA talent, a lot of former TNA talent. So that tells you something there.
Yeah. Says here he's the key part of creative structure supporting Levesque. So Scott Armstrong.
No.
Okay.
He's a ref. maybe for the referees on like how to, but I mean being part of creative, no. I don't.
Says here he's a producer and an agent.
Right. Yeah, but we're talking about these guys possibly being part of creative in some fashion. No.
Yeah. William Regal.
Yes.
Keep him. Absolutely.
There's no questions asked on that one.
All right. Agreed. Matt Bloom.
Yeah. He's been down in NXT and what I mean? I wouldn't say he's like a strong 100%, but I think he's done more good than not down in NXT from what I've been seeing, like behind the scenes and stuff and what people say about him.
All right.
Oh, definitely.
And lastly, Pete Dunne, who's a producer for matches.
I mean, he's still a wrestler, so.
No, he's not. He's a producer.
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, sure. He's going to be at a Bloodsport for WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah,
Both ways.
I mean, makes sense. Do you have any other news?
I got two more things. Secondly, here, WWE announces 4 new performance center recruits. There's one in particular I want to talk about in general, but this was announced today. WWE announced that Ahmed Asim Sami Tafik, I think that's how you say his last name, Ellen Atkinson, Rain Leet, and Delia Schwerzer. It's German. I can't really say it, but they are ladies recruits joined the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Atkinson is a national champion in powerlifting. Schwerzer is a CrossFit athlete from Germany. All right. And Rain Leet is better known as Rain Leverkusen. She was she's no longer obviously the Progress Women's Champion, but I did, first of all, I'll give you guys a floor real quick. What do you guys think about the new signings? Have you seen them, or if you have any expectations from them? Drew, I'll go with you first.
If anyone can see that. So the big dude,
guys are ready to go.
Ahmed Assam Sami Tafik. I mean, he's a big dude, so we'll see how he does. I mean, the company needs more big guys. The chick with the mullet, that's the Progress champion or former Progress champion.
The brunette, yes.
Yeah, I mean, she has an interesting look. I think she's kind of the only one to me that kind of stands out from everybody. Obviously, the big guy stands out because he's big, but she has more of a unique look. The blonde, Delia Schweitzer.
Yeah,
she kind of looks like a taller, buffer Sol Ruka. And Ellen Atkinson, we'll see how she does. She's out of all 4 of them, she kind of is the one that doesn't stand out that much.
Well, what's your excitement level on this out of 1 out of 10? If you have to pick,
like a 4 or 5, because I don't really know anything about
that's
those
fair.
people.
That's fair. Ruben, what do you think about the new names listed here? And if you have any excitement for either one of them,
I mean, the big guy, we need more big guys.
Yeah.
The taller buff chick, I mean, like, I see promise in her. Just overall, like, good, handsome, handsome dude, good looking women. But I mean, we just gotta wait and see. How they go in these as time goes on, because they're gonna be in NXT eventually. Right. They're gonna be in NXT. They're gonna need more more talent down there. And I think there was another signing, but we have time, we'll talk about that. Hey, allegedly that's signed, go by rumors, but yeah, like, overall with these 4, like, good candidates, good choices. I guess my excitement level, because I don't know them, so it's like just out of 10, and I'm like a 5 out of 10.
Okay. Well, that's very fair. So for me, obviously, I got very much so excitement for Rain Leverkusen. Look. So I'm gonna give you a list of names that were former Progress Women's Champions: Toni Storm, Jenny, Miss Gunther, Jordan Grace, Miko Samura. I guess you want to add Rio in there. Rio. And now her. She is, from what I've seen, she is a powerhouse, and she can do a little bit of, I won't say high flying, but like drop kicks up top rope, things of that nature. She has a lot of expression. She's a moat. She looks believable. And what this tells me too as well, because it's been a while since we got a prominent sign from the indies. And the fact that they are having a smaller class, because usually they have a class of like 10 and 15, whatever the fuck it is, right? The fact that they're only doing 4, it gives them more time to focus on these four and try to develop them. But I think that she has the chance of being NXT Women's Champion by the end of next year, 2027. I think she has a huge upside with her. like she has an unbelievable look. She has like an 80s like metal rocker look, right? But she can go in the ring. She beat the shit out of women and men doing German suplexes and like step up kicks and things of that nature. I think she is going to be over immensely very, very quickly. So we'll hope to see it. I hope to see it, but we'll see what happens with that though. But any closing thoughts on the 4 new performance center recruits?
No Nikki Blackheart.
Well, I did see that she did get signed. But I mean, it's not part of the 4 here. But I'm surprised you even know who Nikki Blackheart is, Drew. To be honest,
I follow her. I mean,
I didn't know that. I didn't know you follow many. I mean, I probably understand why you follow her, but knowing you, but
what is that supposed to mean?
I mean, she's very healthy. I'll say that. You know what I mean? But
she sure is.
Yeah, and I know you too well. So, but anyway, so yeah, Nikki Blackheart, yeah, she got signed too as well. Yeah, I think she's gonna be something too. So she's a very good wrestler too. So, nothing to gloss over on that. But well, what do you think about Nikki Blackheart, Ruben? If you ever seen her before?
I've seen like some clips online of her, like good look.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to bring back one of my quotes, where her bakery is definitely open with her. I'm going to say that at least. But no, if she's really signed with WWE, like, great.
Yeah, I believe it's confirmed, but I'll double confirm right now with the source. But
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because again, you got to like always, verify. Can't just trust what you see just off face value. But yeah, like with her, like seeing her like wrestle, she moves in the ring really well. Great look, great build.
She's a powerhouse.
Yeah, like, and just the way that she works the ropes too. Like, again, like she's a good fit. If it's legit, if it's confirmed, good fit.
Bodyslam.net, reputable source. A few hours ago, sources indicated that Nikki Blackheart has signed with WWE and is expected to report to the Performance Center soon. So that's why she's obviously not part of this 4 as far as the recruits, but she could be number 5 with this class. So
yeah, I think she's gonna be a special project because they need a lot of new faces, down there, because they're gonna start. They called up. They called up a few women, so they're gonna need more, and I know they're gonna be more call ups at the Mania, so they're gonna need to re-up the NXT roster for sure,
right?
And she's definitely gonna be one of those contentions for NXT Women's title for sure.
She seems like a more taller, more intimidating Jordan Grace. As far as like body build, but she's taller.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I hope Jordan Grace doesn't get lost in the shuffle because of that, but
Yeah, it's a shame because Jordan Grace is awesome, but
she's fantastic.
Just the booking.
And now she's injured, so there's also that.
Yeah, I heard. I was like, damn. Like,
yeah. All right. Well, we got one more story here, and not really. Well, it may benefit us immediately, depending, and one of you guys or somebody may have to actually try this to see. But have you guys heard of the new myaew.com?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, myaew.com. So this is pretty much like their version of WWE Network, but there's a big caveat with this. So All Elite Wrestling has officially launched MyAEW, a centralized streaming destination for AEW fans. The platform is a dedicated fast channel with ad support available to fans globally. I signed up for it, signed in with my Google username and password and whatnot, and I get old AEW shows. They're doing a stream of AEW shows from like 2019 and 2020, and I think they may be doing pay-per-views as well. I haven't really like looked at it that much, but you can sign up for free right now and you get access to the channel for free. Don't have to pay a dime for it. That is awesome. To get something, if you want to watch wrestling or for free, if you're in a pinch, let's say you lose power in your house, something like that, or whatever, and you want to watch wrestling, you can watch that for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. So that's pretty cool. That's number one. But also number two with this, they do have certain tiers with this as well, to where you can be able to watch live pay-per-view. So they have a subscription for $7.99. Now, mind you, this is not available in the United States. That's only that sucks about it. But the main reason being is because the contracts that they have with other companies right now, especially with Warner and HBO Max, things of that nature, they can't do that as of yet. But you can tell, and this is what I want to bring up, you can tell that they're preparing for something in the future. Do they think that something with them and Warner is not going to happen in 2027 and they're preparing themselves? Don't know. Don't know.
Coincidences.
Yeah,
we don't
so
believe in them.
I always read between the lines on certain stuff, right? And it looks like they're preparing themselves for a possible future without Warner. I hope not, but it's a possibility, right? So
yeah,
$7.99, a monthly subscription for Live Dynamite and Collision, AEW TV Archive, Ring of Honor TV, and you get a live Ring of Honor pay-per-view during that particular month. For a $19.99, not only you get all the things I mentioned previously, you will also get a monthly pay-per-view. So you get whatever pay-per-view that AEW is showing for that month, you get it at that cost, $19.99 plus everything as well, including Ring of Honor TV and Ring of Honor pay-per-view if you choose to watch it. Most people are not going to watch it, but if you're bored on a whatever night and you want, and there's wrestling on, there's nothing on TV, and let's say it's after the NBA season, it's in the middle of July, and you want to watch some Ring of Honor pay-per-view, sure, it's there. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good good value there. Then for $120 a year, you pay an annual subscription. So instead of paying $19.99 a month, you'll save $20 and just pay the $119.99 for that. So now the reason I'm bringing all this up here is that I don't know. I wonder how this will work with a VPN. Where does how this work with a VPN? So if you have a VPN, you log into, let's say, let me look at the countries here, because I think Canada is a part of this too as well. Canada's not a part of this. So the only places that are a part of this is the UK, Australia, Japan. So other countries, right? I wonder if you log into a VPN and you're in Australia, right? On your VPN, could you watch these pay-per-view shows at no additional cost?
Let me look
for only $19.99. I don't know. Someone has to try that out. But you get access to Live Dynamite and Collision, for only $19.99 a month. So two-part question to you guys. Number one, do you think, in theory, it's not to us as of right now, but do you think in theory that this is a good deal, a step in the right direction for AEW, number one? But also number two, if you had a VPN, would you think this would be a good way to check out these shows monthly for the pay-per-views? Drew, go first.
I have confirmation. Yes, as of March 2026, you can use a VPN to access my AEW streaming service.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which is designed for international fans outside of the US and Canada. VPN allows you to bypass blah, blah, blah. Often works on devices like Android TV and Fire Stick. So.
Right. So you can get a VPN and be able to. So that's good. That's good. So basically $19.99, you got a VPN. I think that's a great value, to watch these shows. But Drew, what do you think?
Kind of like you. I think this is a heck of a coinky-dink, especially with a certain merger taking place that may or may not happen. And I think AEW, Tony Khan is pretty smart. He's wicked smart as to what's going on. And he's maybe preparing for a life after Warner Brothers Discovery. But I'm not making accusations. I'm just spitballing. So I think this is good. I think this is good for AEW. I think it's good for fans of AEW. It's not eye gouging prices. I'm kind of surprised by that. But and if you have a VPN, you're kind of in luck.
Yeah. Ruben, what do you think about this?
This is great, especially if you have a VPN. You definitely take advantage of that. Like I have a VPN, so we'll be using that for sure in Minecraft, because I don't know who's listening in Minecraft.
Yeah, Google, China, Google. We love you.
Yeah,
China,
the praise the algorithm overlords.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, like overall, like it's good. Like it's definitely a coincidence, which we don't hear on the show. We don't believe in coincidences because it's just that it's a pattern recognition, and they're gearing up just in case things don't go well with their deal with Warner. Again, like Tony Khan, brilliant move, and it's a good value, like $7.99, and watch AEW Live, Collision, and like I would like to watch AEW so we can talk a little bit about it more,
Right.
like just so we can have more content, because more content the better. But yeah, like it's definitely good for the fans overseas and for those who have VPNs in Minecraft.
So also another thing too as well, from my understanding, I may be wrong about this, apparently there's not going to be any archive for the pay-per-views, and there's not going to be a archive for Ring of Honor. So if you want to watch Ring of Honor from like 2005 or whatever, right, there's not going to be access to this. That's what Honor Club is for. Honor Club still gives you access to the previous pay-per-views from yesteryear or whatever, right? This will give you access to their TV and their pay-per-view shows. But for anything archive, it's not going to be available on this here. But who knows? This may change, and 6 months from now they may add to it. They may update. There's gonna be updates to this for sure. But the fact that you can be able to just download it or just go on their website and watch it for free, the old Dynamites and stuff, I think that's a great thing, obviously, because right now there's no other real easy way to get access to these old Dynamites other than I think if you have like the Bleacher Report app or wherever they had it originally, that's really the only way to watch these old shows. Now you could just be able to watch these old shows and not pay a dime for it. I think that's a tremendous value right there, just by that self right there. But we'll see what happens in the future though. But I think this is a good step in the direction for AEW. However, there's something in the water, and I don't like it because I know there's something going on. I think AEW may be preparing a life without a Warner. I think this is maybe the first step in that direction. I don't want it to happen. I really want them to be on TV more, because it really for WWE's sake, because the more that AEW starts to flatter off, the more WWE is gonna get even more lazier and not give a fuck. So but that is, I think that's the last thing. Yeah, that's the last thing I had here as far as news topics.
Well, since we're on the topic of AEW, let's do AEW Revolution predictions, if you guys don't mind. So AEW Revolution will be this weekend, March the 15th in LA, Los Angeles, California, where the Lakers play, Crypto.com Arena. So far, there's 13 matches, and that includes 2 pre-show matches. Jesus Christ. The pre-show matches, a 21-man blackjack battle royal for the AEW National Championship. Ricochet, who's the current national champion, Tommaso Ciampa, and 19 to be announced.
Okay.
So obviously Ricochet's retaining.
Yeah, he should retain, but if not, Ciampa should be is that between Ciampa, Ricochet, and the wild card, because we always have those wild cards. So those are my three choices. But if I had to, put a, gun to my head, I will go with Tommaso.
I'm taking the field on this one. And Tommaso Ciampa, he just turned heel. Did you see? Did anyone see his heel turn?
Yeah, I saw it. I
Yeah.
saw the clip, the collision clip. Yeah.
Get the shit out of Briscoe.
Yeah. They are reliving NXT Takeover Chicago when he turned on Jahangir again. As soon as I saw him did this, talk to him in turn, I was like, oh, come on. But whatever. I mean, whatever. But here's what it is.
Singles match for the AEW TBS Championship. Yeah, Willow Nightingale versus Lena Cross. Who's Lena Cross?
She just joined AEW not too long ago. She's part of with Megan Bang.
All right. So I'm going to go with Willow.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Willow.
Yep, going with Willow Nightingale.
Yeah.
All right. The main matches, you have a trios match. Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong versus the Dogs. David Finlay, Clark Connors, and Gabe Kidd.
I got the War Dogs.
Yep. I'm going with the Dogs.
Wait, you're going with wait, who are you going with?
The Dogs.
I'm going with the Dogs. Okay. I'm gonna go with the babyface team.
Do you know who's on the Dogs team? Do you even know who the wrestlers are on the Dogs, Drew?
David Finlay, Clark Connors.
No, but do you know who they are? Yeah, you can read the names and you know who they are, though.
They are wrestlers that sign with AEW.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, okay.
I know who Gabe Kidd is. I know who David Finlay is. Clark Connors I've never heard of until like class. So.
Well, they were part of the last iteration of Bullet Club. That should tell you the decline of Bullet Club right there.
Nice. Tag team match for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. The Babes of Wrath. Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, so she's pulling double duty. Versus Megan Bain and Lena Cross. So both women are pulling double duty tonight. Or
I got the heels.
Yeah. At the heels, yeah. Yeah,
something's gonna happen at the end of the pre-show match, like Willow gets hurt or something like that, and she's gonna come into this match hurt, like a beat down or something like that. So I could tell him easily telling a story like that. So,
yep.
Timeless Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir. Everybody is banned from ringside.
Tony Storm won.
Yep.
Damn. I guess I don't know. I go with Tony Storm.
Yeah.
But they've been building up Shafir.
Marina. Yeah. But I mean, if everyone's banned from ringside, I figured the babyface will win cleanly, but you never know. Maybe Marina will find a way to cheat.
Yeah.
Right. Big Boom AJ versus to be announced.
To be announced.
To be announced.
Oh God.
I don't know who that's. I don't know who to be announced could be, but
All right.
And he should be on the pre-show match too. I don't know why they have this on the main card. If this is gonna be true, he's definitely gonna be. He has not had a main match on the main show. He's always been a pre-show guy. So I'm going with to be announced, whoever that is.
To be announced.
Maybe it's the son. Maybe it's Big Justice. Well, that'd be something.
That would be funny.
I'll pop for that,
Trios match for the AEW World Trios Championships. The Don Callis family, Okada, Fletcher, and Mark Davis versus Mystico and Jet Speed. The Jet, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey. Go with the Callis family.
Don Callis family, yeah.
Callis family. They just won the Trios titles too.
2 out of 3 falls match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Thekla versus Kris Statlander. Go Thekla.
Yeah, Thekla.
Yeah, we'll go with Thekla. Yeah,
should be a damn good match, by the way, too. So
yeah,
2 women can go. So
Singles match: Brody King versus Swerve Strickland. I want to see this.
Swerve.
Yeah,
I'd say
Swerve.
Yeah.
He's being repackaged as a heel, so I'm going to go Swerve.
Yeah.
Brody King got the upper hand on Swerve tonight. I'm gonna go with Swerve. Yeah.
There you go. That's the formula right there.
Andrade El Idolo versus Bandito. This should be a good match.
This should be a fantastic match.
Oh man.
If given the time and they hit on cylinders, I think I think Andrade is gonna win. They're really trying to make a try in that main event scene. I mean, they're really kind of treating him like it right now.
Yeah, he's been putting on some good matches.
Great matches, yeah.
I'm glad that he's being utilized because his last run left a lot to be desired, and then when he went to the Big E, same thing. So I like what they're doing with him in AEW. So definitely going with Andrade. Have to.
No time limit match for the AEW Continental Championship. Jon Moxley versus Takeshita.
This is not an easy call because they're trying to turn Takeshita babyface, and he's still part of Don Callis family. I think this match is gonna be a fucking great match. Despite what you say about Moxley, if the match is non-bloody, he can put on a good match. You know what I mean? Like if the match doesn't have to be with blood and stuff, he could put on a good match. And I think this would be a very good match with Takeshita. But I got Moxley winning this one though, because I think something's gonna happen with Takeshita and the Don Callis family at some point. So
yeah.
Damn. I'm gonna go with Takeshita. I'm gonna go with him.
It's fair.
It's a hard choice, but
yeah, it's not easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'm assuming is the main event.
What was your prediction?
I don't care. Last chance death match for the AEW World.
Wait, and you missed the tag team match too.
Oh, you mean FTR versus the Young Bucks for the 10,000th time?
I mean,
the AEW World
you want to do predictions. I mean, we got to make sure we hit all the matches. So
yeah, FTR, I guess.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about this match. I mean,
yeah,
I'm saying but I'm saying if we're doing predictions, we gotta do everything. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah. Gotta be fair.
Yeah, we can't just skip out a match. The match should be fine. I mean, I don't care about the match, but I can't sit here and say oh, the match is gonna suck. Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
it's gonna be boring.
Yeah.
FTR, don't give a fuck. I just don't care about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks just to see the world burn because
that would be pretty funny too as well. That would be funny.
Yeah, I just don't care.
I mean, their tag team division. I mean, they have a tag team division, but these two teams need to be far away from the tag titles. Now the question is who do you put the titles on and this? But you know what I mean. So I guess this is really all they really have to begin with. So
yeah,
it's like the lesser two evils is it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. But I got FTR. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna invoke my 7-year rule of not watching any Young Bucks matches. So, all right. Main event. What I'm assuming is the main event will probably be the main event. Last chance Texas death match for the AEW World Championship. If Page loses, he will never be able to challenge for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship ever again. MJF, the champion, versus Hangman Adam Page.
I got MJF. I think Adam Page turns heel officially. Not having MJF turn babyface or anything like that, but I think in the process, Hangman will turn heel, and I think Hangman and Swerve will join forces to be a 2-man power trip.
Oh, I love to see that.
Yeah.
I will love. Oh my
God. Yeah, a 2-man power trip. And maybe they'll go after tag team titles and they'll win the tag team titles. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm changing my pick. I'm changing my pick to the Young Bucks. Change my pick to the Young Bucks because I do want to see Swerve and Hangman take the titles away from the Young Bucks, and again, you can have that dynamic of Hangman and the Bucks, that long story between Hangman versus the Elite versus his friends. So I think that's probably a better way of doing it. Now I'm rethinking about it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good call out there. Yeah, I'm going with MJF because there has to be a reason why he loses.
Yeah.
That stipulation shouldn't be just okay, have it and then have Page win. Like, it only makes sense for him to lose if he's gonna turn heel and just go ham on everybody. So I definitely think that MJF wins, and then MJF is gonna go off and do something. Maybe Ospreay comes back healthy soon, but yeah.
And I mean, and we're forgetting about Kenny Omega too as well. Kenny Omega may be at the pay-per-view. I mean, he's over there in Japan right now. I saw him.
Yeah,
I think it was yesterday. He did like a entrance, and he was like dressed as Alex.
Yeah, he did the cosplay really good, good. Like,
dressed as Alex from Street Fighter. But here's the other thing too as well. So the stipulation, Pages loses, he will never able to challenge for the AEW World Championship again. I truly believe that this will be null and void, where he does something either super dastardly, or he does something to where that, like, if I don't win this match, let's say, if I win this match against someone, right? This is like a year down the road. If I win this match, I can challenge for the world title again. But if I lose, my career's over, or whatever they want to do. They can do something like that. Put his career up. You know what I mean? For him to be able to challenge for the title again. But I think he'll Swerve and Hill Heyman I think that'll be great TV. I think that'd be one of the things that will get me to watch AEW, at least their segments week to week, to see what they do.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't give me this title, I'm going to burn your house down.
The Firebug, bring out the Firebug and Adam Page there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's AEW Revolution will be this weekend. I'll be watching. I'll try to stay up for the whole show.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's on. I think it's Saturday, right? It's on Saturday.
I believe
March 15th was Saturday, right? Yes, or no, it's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. No, so yeah. So I mean, I'll check it out for sure.
I'll sacrifice. I'll just sleep all day Saturday now.
I mean, I don't know if I'll be paying attention to every single match. I'll be honest, but I'll have it on.
Yeah,
I'll have it on, and things that I really become interested in, I'll get off my phone and I'll start watching. Pay attention to the match. I mean, it's pretty much how wrestling is nowadays, anyway. So,
pretty much. All right. I believe that's the show. Unless there's anything you guys want to bring up.
No. We didn't get to talk about Cody winning, world title number 3.
I mean, yeah, very important.
Yeah, we can't skip that. I mean,
Yeah.
We could just like condense our thoughts. Yeah, because I know it's late, but we
have a lot to talk about tonight.
We can't skip out on that. So
no, I get what you mean, but yeah, let's just kind of breeze through it real quick. So Cody and Drew was the main event on SmackDown last week for the WWE title, and as anyone already knows, Cody beat Drew McIntyre to become the 3-time WWE champion. So he will go on to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania. That will be what I'm assuming is the night one main event.
Correct. Yeah.
Along with CM Punk and Roman's night 2 main event. I mean, I kind of made my thoughts pretty clear on Twitter. It's just like, I'm not happy that Drew didn't get a chance to at least defend it at Mania. I would have liked it if they did something more unique with the main event. It would have been nice if they did a multi-man, put Jacob in there, put Randy in there, put Drew and Cody in there. That would have at least been unique. Because for the second year in a row, and granted, I know it's a more of a money matchup with Cody and Randy, because they're having trouble filling out the building. That's the thing, is that they haven't even sold out, night 1, night 2. So I get it. It's a bigger match and it's more of a draw match. I don't know, just personal bias. I would have liked if Drew would have at least had a chance to defend it at Mania. But But and it's not even a hate Cody thing, because I do like Cody. It's just I would have liked more of a unique match, but that's just me.
The more I think about it, the more I thought this was the right decision and the correct decision. I think that having Drew, hey, Drew, if you going in as champion, hey, that would have been cool, whatever. Bam, 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 right? But McIntyre, he's not, I won't say he's not done with WWE, but he's gonna be taking a break from WWE because he's gonna be doing Highlander. So he needs to, if he was not going to win the title or, retain his high, I should say, anyway at WrestleMania, right? Just have him, put over Jacob Fatu. Because instead of just putting over one guy like Cody Rhodes, because he doesn't need to be put over, in this particular situation, Jacob Fatu doesn't need to be put over. So let them have their one-on-one match. Let Jacob Fatu beat Drew McIntyre convincingly, right? And let Drew go out and do his movie. I mean, I don't think he needed to be champion going into WrestleMania. I didn't think that was necessary. I think even I don't remember if it was you, Drew, or someone else I either talked to in my shop, but I don't know if it was you or not, but it was mentioned to me in the last month or so that when Drew won the title, that was like, oh, he could just win the title, win for have it for a month and, drop it back to Cody, which I thought was stupid, but and I still think it was stupid. I didn't really think that Drew really needed the title to begin with in the first place because you're just hot potatoing this fucking title. But if that did happen, I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But Randy and Cody, I think that is the match, right? Someone needs to be heel in that match for me to not really heel, but play the heel role to really stick my teeth into it, right? Could they make Cody a heel eventually? Most likely, I think that's coming, right? If they tell that story, can they make Randy a heel? Of course, Randy could be fucking heel. He's one of the best heels of all time. Of course, he could be fucking heel, right? But to me, though, I thought this was the right decision. Drew McIntyre did not need to go into WrestleMania as champion. He did not need to. He doesn't need to put over Cody. Drew's objective right now is having a match with Jacob Fatu and putting over Jacob Fatu. That's his objective because he's gonna be going away doing a movie, and he needs to make sure that he's putting over the newer talent that's still going up the ranks in WWE. But I'm totally fine with this, and not my perfect WrestleMania scenario, but it's good enough.
Okay. No, I get your points. I see people online comparing this to, I mean, with the IWC, they just turn everything to the apocalypse. But people are saying, oh, we need Vince back because this is terrible. Cody being champion again. No. I'm like, do you guys have amnesia? Do you have memories of Goldfish? Yes. Right. You remember, Big Dog Roman and, Baron Corbin throwing cans of dog food onto Roman while he was tied up. Yeah. Someone had a very specific fetish, and that says more about the person. But anyway, they need a psychiatrist. They need professional help or something. I don't know. But that time in wrestling was horrible. 2019, a little bit into 2020, horrible. Yeah, like absolutely not. We don't need that again, but it does show that there's an issue with creative, like the fact that that top potato title, even though Cody and Drew lobbied to get the belt off of Cody, put it on Drew, but it's like there was no creative plan, and that's the issue I have above everything else. There's no creative plan, and that's why WrestleMania this year doesn't feel special. It feels just stitched on with tape and glue and stuff. Doesn't feel like it's a cohesive build. And yeah, they're having trouble selling out seats for both nights. I mean, A, when you have shitty creative, B, when you have ticket prices that to the point you got to mortgage your house 3 times over. That's gonna happen. People are not gonna watch and say, hey, I'm just gonna watch on at home with a VPN, or just, I mean, they're not gonna pay the $30, but yeah, it's just adorable kitty. So yeah, like we understand why. Like I was upset, but I'm like, yeah, it's just what it is. They're gonna do Cody and Randy. I just wish that they would have had the story being told, because they were teasing Randy turning, looking at the title ever so lovingly for like the past 2 years, and now they're pulling the trigger, kind of like with the Judgment Day finally pulling the trigger on Balor, which that took too long, but they did it, so that's fine. So it's kind of like with creative, they just slow roll this stuff, and it's like, oh, we need something for Mania. We need to do something for the next few Monday Night Raw. So break glass, Cody and Randy, when they could have had that match. I think that Cody should have won the belt at 39, WrestleMania 39, and then had Cody and Orton. But they didn't do that because, oh, Cody needs to go through adversity. Remember that? He needs to go through adversity and have him win at 40, and then
Do you think
got
that was the
robbed
right decision, hindsight?
for
Him to lose at 39?
not a good idea for Cody to lose at 39. He should have won at 39.
Okay. I personally thought that, and I was preaching this during that time frame. Dream knows is that like Cody can't win at 39.
No.
And I think it ended up making it indirectly because the Rock got involved, but it made 40 one of the best moments in history, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, mind you, to get to 40, it was just Judgment
You're right.
Day
You're right.
rematch.
You're right. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible for a while, but once the Rock got involved, and you know that press conference and stuff, and you know, it got good.
Yeah, that we will never get that again. That was just
what? That was 2 years ago. Like,
yeah, it
what
felt
are we doing? Like,
I still have not.
Like everything felt so like exciting.
Yeah,
And
it felt like, no pun intended, it felt just raw. It felt like, oh shoot, we need to watch this. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen, what's gonna be said. Now I look at
fucking watching Twitter videos for 20 minutes of The Rock just talking shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, crazy.
Yeah. We don't have that anymore because just with the creative, and I think there's definitely turmoil with Triple H and The Rock. That's why he hasn't showed up. But it was some good creatively, to 40, from January on. But yeah, it just hasn't been the same. And again, like, so many things, just the whole butterfly effect thing, right? But I do think that with this build and how it's been going, it just shows that certain things could have happened, and maybe if they did, we wouldn't have what we had with The Rock. But I don't know. It's just they just don't have. The problem is they don't pull the trigger on things. That's the main thing. They didn't pull the trigger, and that's why we're at where we're at now. And I think that people have the right to be upset, but they're upset at the wrong thing. Like, they need to direct the fact that creative just has a hard on for not pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
And that's like what we have for this WrestleMania build is the result of that. And yeah, it's not a good look. But I mean, I'll watch because Randy is Randy, and I don't hate Cody, but something needs to happen at that on that match for it to be must see. Because right now it's like I'm more excited about about Punk and Roman than I am Randy and Cody. So it's like I want to watch that match on Sunday night than Saturday night.
Yeah, a little bit off topic here. Like, currently, right now, we're almost 3.5 months into 2026. As of right now, Drew and Ruben, if you had to say which wrestling company are you, I won't say more impressed with right now, but has more momentum going for itself right now? Do you think it's AEW or do you think it's WWE currently? So it's like a hard question to answer.
It's a hard question to ask. Yeah, I would say AEW.
By default.
Just by default, because with WWE, like I keep saying, it's safe. It's Sesame Street safe. We have, Levesque, Mr. Sesame Street safe himself. It's just not taking any chances. The fact that we had the Judgment Day implode on Monday night, and we had,
oh my god,
we had that happen.
That. Oh my god,
yeah. And then we finally getting Cody, Cody and Randy on a WrestleMania, for the title. Now it's like we should have had that. We should have had that a long time ago. Like I still firmly believe that we should have had Cody and Roman and Cody going over at 39, and then have Cody and Randy at 40, and then have Cody and Randy, and then have Rock and Roman, but
right,
that didn't happen. But yeah, it's just they just by default, with the fact that they play too safe, they take too long to pull the trigger on any of these storylines that they have. Like, you got to go with AEW.
Yeah,
you have to go with AEW. If you don't, like, something's the matter with you. Something truly wrong is going on in your head, because, like, why? Like, yeah, they're making money.
Yeah,
they're not, they're making money hand over fist, but we know why. So it's like you got to go with more than just, oh, they're making money. They're not doing well creatively, and it shows with the crowd. It shows with the lack of enthusiasm. It's just, the only thing that's WrestleMania worthy is CM Punk and Roman Reigns. That's it.
That's right now. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Drew, what about you? Who do you think has the better momentum currently, 3 months into the year? All Elite Wrestling or WWE?
I'm gonna say AEW, because, like, granted, I haven't been watching the show, but, like, I turn on social media and there's just always clips of shit happening on AEW, and it's always like, whoa, that's at least creative. I mean, the stuff going on went on with Brody King, where the entire fans just start hijacking the show, chanting "fuck ice, fuck ice," and then you just look at.
Well, I don't know if that's like.
Well, I mean, it's a viral moment,
creative wise.
It's a viral moment, and at least shit's happening.
I mean,
the stuff going on with Swerve, that's interesting. Stuff going on with MJF, that's interesting. WWE so far is like the only interesting thing that's going on is CM Punk and Roman, and that's carrying a whole show. That's probably not going to be that great. The match probably won't even be that great unless something big happens. But yeah, I would say AEW is having momentum. I think even other indie companies are having some momentum. I think, it looks like TNA is kind of slowly building up a little momentum on AMC. They just got like a huge for them, huge spike in viewership just recently.
Yeah.
MLW is doing pretty fine. Our boy Cross.
No, I don't really see people talk about MLW on the social media feeds. I see people talk more about House of Glory. I see more people talk about that.
Yeah. House of Glory, but our boy Cross, he's doing pretty good over.
I mean, nothing against Cross. I'm just saying, like, from a company standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that really two companies that's really being talked about. If you really want to count AAA, you can add AAA in there, because I think AAA, they're doing some good. Like, if you watch their weekly stuff, it's like a 45-minute, show, and gets the point across, and is good enough. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's pretty good. But to me, it is AEW as well. So I do agree with you guys. Their main event scene by itself, with what they're doing with what they're doing with MJF, Hangman, Swerve, Andrade sprinkled in there now, and now you got Brody King, and you're gonna get Kenny Omega. He's part of that too, and you're gonna get Ospreay coming back too as well. They got like everything else on the show. You can poke holes in, and it's very lackluster. Oh, the trios, and the tag team women's division, the tag team division. Oh, these stories are not lining up. what the hell is going on? Why is match being booked? But you can say that about WWE as well to a certain extent, right? But I think that AEW, their matches, I don't think there's any at any point where like we can say in the history of AEW where it's like their matches are lackluster. Now the reason for us to enjoy the matches is different, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a way that we can say, oh, they're not going out there, they're not giving their all, they're not putting on good wrestling matches. But I think right now AEW, they definitely have that momentum just based off main event alone. So
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's a nice way to end the show. Thank you to everybody watching on the YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook, because this is also streaming on the Experience Facebook channel. So thank you to everyone watching. Thank you, of course, to Justin and Ruben for making the show work the way it does. Thank you, gentlemen. And everybody, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're over 203 subs. The last I checked, it's 203. You get more bang for your buck. You get the Experience, which is every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You also get shows like Metal Drive Hoops, which is every weekend with me, Tony, and Mike, where we talk about the Spurs and also the NBA. You get shows like Friendly Neighborhood Marks, which is every other week, sometimes every other month, when we're able to talk about some interesting things going on in the world of comic books. And then me and Jeff Lippman, we do our NXT PLE post shows. We just did one for Vengeance Day. That was pretty fun. Check it out. Our next one will be Stand Delivered, which is next month. And then me and Joe Punches. We have our show we do every other week, Lunches with Punches. I believe we'll be doing one next week. We'll be talking about the Oscars and some films we watched. So,
yeah.
But Twitter, X, DY Experience, and of course the Facebook page, Sure You Are Experience, TikTok, Instagram. I'm not hard to find. So just look me up, follow the socials, and that's it. Who else wants to plug their stuff?
You go first, Rube.
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter X at Mr. Room Prime. Also follow Culture Attack on YouTube and Spotify. Got some content coming out I did with Drew, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And still working on the some gaming stuff for Culture Attack. So I will be reviewing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and started playing Resident Evil. I was Resident Evil 4. I mean, that is a good game. Resident Evil Requiem, which I will be doing a review on that too. I want to play the game first before I review, and yeah, that, and we got lots of stuff for the channel soon. Just stay tuned. Remember Culture Attack on YouTube and Spotify and on TikTok.
All right, and I am here at SpineButchTees, SpineButchTees.com. Get yourself a wrestling t-shirt sent to you. It takes about a week and a half to get out there sent to you. Follow me on SpineButchTees on Instagram. Keep up to date what I got going on inside my shop with SpineButchTees at the Wonderland of the Americas, aka Crossroads Mall in San Antonio, Texas. Come and get yourself a wrestling t-shirt, a wrestling Funko Pop, trading cards, pretty much anything pro wrestling related. Obviously, t-shirts. Like, hey, for example, this Very Legal t-shirt you can get inside my shop. Like, the ECW Very Legal 1997. So, yeah. Quite proud of what I'm doing there. Always building and promoting, and if you want anything to grow, where if it's your business, or if you're trying to sell something or anything, or if you're on YouTube, gotta promote it, put yourself out there, and people will come eventually. If it's good enough. But I'm very proud on what we're doing down there, and it's just the beginning. So, but that is again SpineButchTees on Instagram, SpineButchTees at the Wonderland of the Americas, and SpineBusterTees.com.
All right, people, we're done. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. And also, don't forget to sub. So, peace out, people.
Peace.
Peace.